Good morning, and thank you all so much for joining our presentations this morning, and thank you, Aubrey, for the introduction. My name is Cassidy, and I will be presenting to you on my work on the Mountain Sustainability Indicators tool and concept. I will begin my presentation this morning by giving you a sense of the background and purpose of this project. Then I will provide a high-level demonstration of my main deliverable, the Mountain Sustainability Indicators tool. I will refer to this deliverable throughout the remainder of this presentation as either simply the tool or the MSI tool. Next, I will describe what it was like working alongside with our pilot or test community, Gunnison County. And finally, I will give you a sense of the project continuity as well as an outlook for future work. As was mentioned during the introduction to this panel, Aubrey, Sam, and I were part of the group of students and faculty that took a trip to Europe this fall. During both the International Mountain Conference as well as in our meeting with the United Nations Mountain Partnership, I took note of a recurring theme that was consistent with the purpose of this project. And what that was the need for quality data that can truly influence actions toward sustainable development. The purpose of the Mountain Sustainability Indicators tool is to not only help communities collect, organize, and apply data to their local goals, but my project team and I intentionally designed the tool so that at first, engages communities with the sustainable development goals and body of knowledge. Second, educates the community on the most material areas for sustainable development in specifically mountain communities. And finally, and perhaps most importantly, we designed the tool so that it truly is practical and user-friendly for communities. I would be honored to spend the remainder of this presentation digging into the details of the MSI tool because I truly am so excited about the work that my team and I accomplished this year. Instead, I will provide just a taste of the structure of the tool so that you can better understand its function. I'll also note that as I demo the tool, you will see that some of the data is populated for Gunnison County. As our pilot community, we ran through what we called a deep dive data collection of Gunnison County to fully assess the resource requirements and time that it took to holistically capture all of the data points done underneath the environmental section of the MSI tool. And also this exercise of data collection helped us refine the tool so that it truly is meaningful and practical for communities. I'm now going to pull up the MSI tool. The MSI tool is currently housed in a Google spreadsheet. It's a goal of ours for the next phase of the project to upgrade the platform that the tool is housed on so it's more sophisticated and user-friendly. Starting in this left column, column A, we list the sustainable development goals and associated indicators that connect to the given mountain theme. We adapted this global framework to be more accessible and relevant to mountain communities. As we move to the right through section 1, we list various mountain themes, indicators, and performance measurements that will help guide the client through the data collection process. Section 2 is really the calculator section of the tool, so a client would insert certain data points and receive certain data outputs. For instance, this indicator describes the energy mix for Gunnison County. We separated the energy mix by source and then display the final output in the form of a pie chart. Section 3 is where the data is translated into action and action planning. Additionally, we list the current and proposed actions already being done by the community. The team and I also provides recommendations for the community in this section. And finally, section 4 provides sources and references that expand on the given performance measurement. Just to give you a deeper sense of the content present in the tool, I'll now review the various mountain themes that we feature. So we start with climate action and impacts. Next, we have energy use, mix, and renewables. Natural resources, land and air. Natural resources, water. Transportation, mobility, and access. And finally, waste and recycling. Summarized on the left side of this table are the various mountain themes that I just reviewed with you in the spreadsheet. On the right, list the different county data contacts that my team and I either met with virtually or in person to collect the data for Gunnison County in the MSI tool. Overall, the experience working with Gunnison County was extremely wonderful. We not only refined the tool to be even more user-friendly for Gunnison County as well as future communities, but we also got to meet with a slew of folks that provided us reservoirs for data that we recorded for Gunnison County so that they can ideally re-record data annually and track their progress towards their goals. This is a table of our tasks and timeline that I took from our project management plan or scoping document that we used throughout the course of this project. Above the arrow lists the tasks that were already completed on this phase of the project, and below lists the tasks that we still need to complete. So my main role in this project will conclude in June, and then after that I will stay involved long enough to help the new fellow that will start in July transition into the role. This new person will, as I mentioned earlier, help transition the current MSI tool into a more sophisticated technology platform. They will also introduce the tool to additional pilot communities. One of the main stakeholders that we consulted with during the pilot phase of this project with Gunnison County was the Director of Sustainability Operations for Gunnison County, John Cattles. He stated that the challenge reflecting on sustainable development in mountain communities will be to focus on what is useful, relevant, and actionable. We truly believe that communities that use the MSI tool will find that it is useful, relevant, and helps to encourage actions that are applicable to their specific community. John Cattles also recommended that as we engage with future communities, we strive to be thoughtful, strategic, and stepwise. These sentiments were echoed in a virtual forum that I recently participated in that featured diverse representatives of community leaders from across the United Nations Mountain Partnership region, North America, Central America, and Caribbean. I look forward to future engagements with the folks present at the virtual forum, as well as with anyone else that finds any interest in this project in the future. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining our presentations this morning. I also want to extend a special thank you to everyone on this list. Dr. John, thank you for being a very supportive project advisor. Everyone at AIMF, it's been a pleasure working with you. Carino, Eric, and Michelle, and especially Linda Giudice, my project sponsor, who has become a mentor in more ways than just this project. And thank you to everyone from Gunnison County for contributing your time and your information. We look forward to future partnerships, and I really look forward to seeing where this project goes in the future. Thank you, everyone.